It's Louise Bay for VIP Boxing, and I'm joined on Sunday afternoon with Troy the Tank Gallagher. Troy, how you doing, mate?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Oh, I'm very well, thank you. Still smiling from a brilliant night of boxing last night at the Winter Gardens, which you were a part of.
Yeah, it was a great night. I had a great time. There was some good fights on, and the crowd was brilliant.
What from top to bottom, wasn't it? It was
Yeah,
really, really well matched fights, I thought, across the whole card, and the atmosphere was phenomenal in there.
yeah, it was brilliant. Great venue as well. I've never boxed there before. I didn't. I've been to watch fights there before, but it felt different last night. Yeah, it's different when you're involved in it. I suppose.
Yeah, definitely. And you've had your first three at Bolton, didn't you?
Yeah, yeah,
Which is a completely different venue to
yeah,
where you were last night at the Winter Gardens. And yeah, it was. It was a phenomenal night. But we're here to talk about you and your performance. You were out against Konstantin Alexandrov
yeah.
last night. What I've just said it to you off camera, Troy. I think career best performance. It was fantastic. How did you feel in there?
Yeah, I felt good. I think it probably was my best performance to date. Hopefully, until next time. Planning to keep getting better each fight and keep improving. But yeah, I was happy with the performance at the time. I've come back and I've watched it a couple of times, and there's still plenty of things that I want to improve on. So still plenty of work to be done before we get any further on.
Yeah, but this is the whole point of where you're at now. These are the learning fights, aren't
Yeah, yeah,
they?
yeah,
This is where you need to be getting the rounds in. You need to be boxing different opponents. Um, but also, it's where you get to try these things out. Now, you were quite cards close to your chest when we spoke in pre-fight about the bits and pieces that you'd been working on last night. But for me, the little sweet, sneaky switch hitting that was going on in there, and
yeah.
really starting to mix it up using that lovely jab you've got. But yeah, you got a few nice new bits and pieces off last night.
Yeah, yeah, no, it was good to be able to try some of it in there because you don't know if it works or not sometimes, or sometimes it works in sparring. You don't know what type of opponents it's going to work on, or if you're going to be able to pull it off when the pressure's on. But no, it was good. It was good. Good. I enjoyed it last night. I
Yeah,
enjoyed the whole event. It was good.
you looked like you really enjoyed yourself in there. And I know that you're a student of the game, and we've spoke about your brilliant team that are around you. But do you speak to your opponents post fight, and do you
Yeah,
find out what they've got to say about you?
yeah, yeah. Some of them as well. They're really good people, and when you speak to them, like backstage after the fight and stuff like that. They're really helpful, and he was saying he was giving us some pointers and stuff like that last night, and he was saying if I get him on Instagram, I can message him and talk to him, stuff like that.
And you know that people don't often appreciate, especially the casual fan, don't appreciate the role of a journeyman, the role of an away fighter.
Yeah,
In order to be a good journey person, you have to be a good boxer. That's the point, isn't it? You have to, especially when it comes to your defense.
yeah,
Um, so people often look at the lost record, but they're not appreciating the experience that's actually sat in front of you,
yeah,
or stood in front of you, should I say? Um, and so I think it's great to be able to soak up that experience from different styles of fighters.
yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's like you say, the experience of moving with people that are different styles of fighters. It all gives you more tools for your arsenal. And sometimes it's stuff that you don't even realise as well until you've been in there and you've had a bit of a move around with them, and then you come out of there and then you watch it back and you start to pick up on things. I like to keep watching the fights back as well, so I can see like where stuff's worked, where stuff hasn't, where I need to improve on mainly.
So we're in September. I think we've got a card at Bolton in November. I think it's 22nd, something like that.
Yeah,
So about ten weeks away. Is that something that you're going to now, with that information from watching the fights back in last night, go back to work again after a couple of days off and hope to get out and play again in November?
yeah. Hopefully in November time I'll be out again. Still need to get double checked and see if we're going to be on. I think we're hoping to be back end of November, but get everything checked out, see if we can get opponents sorted and all that sort of stuff. and then yeah, straight back in the gym working on things. Hopefully get out again before the end of the year.
And with these, I mean, there's an improvement every time we see you in the ring, and you've been really active since your debut, which is fantastic. And I sort of mentioned this earlier on, I think, to Corey Scott, who's at a similar point of his career as you, but completely different weight category. It's very difficult to match you guys, isn't it? When you come in with a good record from the amateurs, people know the name, and then even though these are away fighters that you're boxing in at the moment, every time you tick another box and you come out with another punch perfect win, it makes it more and more difficult to get good opponents for you, doesn't it?
Yeah, 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 definitely.
So I suppose that's where camp is really valuable for having spars with different types of opponents, going into other
Yeah,
people's backyards, not just staying at home in your gym and inviting people in. And that I guess will help you be ready for anything when it does come to fight night.
yeah, definitely. It's took me. It probably took me a couple of fights to realise how much actual learning you do going through camp, and then like I've started to really enjoy it now. Like coming through camp, and then you get towards the end, and you're starting to feel like you're getting the fruits of all the progression, where all the little lessons you've learned when you've had weeks where you've had a couple of hard weeks, and you're feeling sorry for yourself sometimes, or you're having hard weeks and you're thinking you're not performing, and then when it all gets towards fight night and it all starts coming together, you really start to reap the rewards for it.
And that's it. It kind of bakes, doesn't it, over the 8 to 12
Yeah,
weeks that
yeah.
you're having that camp.
Then
I
you
can
start to feel the momentum.
Yeah, and I can only imagine that it is literally like the University of Boxing up in Morecambe for you,
Yeah,
because you've got, young, old, or should we say, experience from every side, whether it's inside and outside of the ring. So there's always somebody that you can be picking at and asking questions and just downloading that information.
yeah. Well, that's it. There's so much to learn. You're never gonna learn it all, but you could try and learn as much as you can, can't you?
Absolutely. Um, and one last question. So you are 4-0 now. Um, And like I say, it's been a busy year for you. If you came up against yourself in your debut now, how would you have fared?
Win.
Yourself.
Def yeah, I think I'd definitely beat
The debut
where I
twice.
was. Yeah, I think I've improved a lot since then, and hopefully I'll keep improving.
Well, I think you certainly do in the ring, and I must say the commentary team were very, very complimentary of you last night. Absolutely, beautiful boxing at times. They really did, and exactly the same online. We had over 16,000, I think 18,000 this morning, watching last night on the live stream.
Wow.
And you bring a huge crowd as always. And again, that was really picked up from the people at home. So thank you from them really, because you don't get to see the amazing comments that come through during the whole fight night, and everyone was so engaged last night, and
Yeah, no,
just
it's brilliant.
love.
Again, the support I've had this time, it keeps blowing me away each time. Like a couple of weeks out, I was out selling me tickets with my little list, looking at how many I'd done and all that, and I thought, oh yeah, I've done all right here. And then like the last 2 weeks, it just goes absolutely mad. I was saying to my mum and dad last time, uh, probably last week, I was saying I can't believe how many tickets I ended up doing again. And it's all people like you go and speak to them afterwards, and they're just top people, all coming, showing me love, showing me support, just trying to support me as much as they can. And I can never appreciate it any more than I do.
I
It's
think
unbelievable.
I think it really helps that you're a lovely kid outside of boxing and you're a fan-friendly fighter. You've got both sides of that, so people can relate to you, people can get behind the journey, and they do enjoy watching you in the ring. You're at an interesting weight category as well, and
Yeah,
that's another
yeah,
thing I think is it's one of my favorite divisions, if I'm honest. Um, because it's still an anything can happen, but
yeah,
there's a
yeah.
great pace to it as well. But yeah, you absolutely got some new fans last night online, and like I say, they'll I'm sure be joining in the journey. And speaking about that,
Buzzing.
guys, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button on our VIP Boxing YouTube channel. We bring you all the interviews, the backstage bits and pieces, and obviously the live streams on a Saturday night. The next one is next week, Saturday the 13th at Bolton Stadium, and we've got international fight with Ashley Marin headlining next week, and I think it's about an 11 fight card. So make sure you check into that, guys. Tickets available for that, and like I say, live stream. Troy, just before we go, you've got your t-shirt on there.
Yes,
You
please. Thank
mentioned
you.
it really quickly last time, but again, please talk through your sponsors because they're a big part of the
Please
journey.
can I shout out all my sponsors? Haymaker Travel, Stone Hands, Wayne Gallagher Plumbing and Heating, 2 Acre Glamping Pods, Aquarius Bathrooms, Reform Injury Clinic, AF Barbershop, Foreman Covers, Hotbox, and David Dale Accident Repairs. Thank you all very much. It's unbelievable the support that they've given me. They're helping me out. I wouldn't be able to do it without them. Thank you very much.
You've put that incredibly well, Troy, and I think they'll be very, very grateful. Look, I'm going to let you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Hopefully, we'll get to come up and see you in Morecambe. I keep threatening to do it, and I've not been.
Yeah, that'll be
Um,
good.
yeah, definitely. So, yeah, fingers crossed I'll get to come up and see you in the next month or so. But Troy, for now, congratulations. 4-0, mate.
Thank you very much.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.